All right. Just gonna do this for you, Hype.
Infogrames.
I'm going to do this for you.
Ah.
And then we can tell the internet to go fuck off.
Yeah, so should I explain the context behind this for people that don't know why you're going to the trouble of this?
Go for it.
Okay, so, well, first off, yeah, Carrot Crazy for the Game Boy Color. This is a game that I grew up playing. It was actually a birthday gift from my dad.
Daffy,
I
no.
had for the longest time really wanted to do this for the channel. I actually even, at the time of recorded a whole playthrough of it like a couple of days ago, because honestly the game's really short. Like, if you know what you're doing, you can pretty much beat it well within an hour. However, I realized even with all the compression tricks that the guys have helped me try to figure out, my internet's upload speed is disgusting, and I could not actually upload the RAW to it to James's channel, so I'm guessing out of an act of charity, James is just gonna be doing this game for me.
Yep, so, let it be known. This is more or less going to be a blind run for me, because aside from that lookout we did a long time ago, I only put in like a few minutes into this game, so you're probably going to have to guide me through the rest.
No worries. So yeah, basically, for those that didn't pay attention to the opening, the whole plot of this game is that a bunch of Looney Tunes characters stole Bugs and Lola's carrots. Go get 'em.
Phew. Almost lost my headphones, but I don't know. I just thought that was. I didn't get a chance to say it, but I thought that was very silly how Yosemite Sam showed up and just went bleh, bleh,
Yeah.
bleh. Thank
Yeah.
you, Tweety.
So,
Well, yeah. Tell us the story. Tell us the tale.
I just did.
He just did.
He just did. There goes me and my headphones.
Literally all of Bugs' most iconic nemesis literally decided to be a dick one day to them. Just pure. They're finally sick of all the wabbity shenanigans and literally stole all of Bugs' carrot supply.
And Tweety stole all of his favorite letters.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Tweety's here to help. Everyone else, though, they are absolutely free game for Bugs' shenanigans, and or Lola's if you decide to pick her.
Little tip, whenever the enemies shoot stuff like that, you can duck under those bullets.
Oh, okay. Well, can we bop it? Can we bop it?
Yeah, you have to be...
only Bugs can push.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with this. With the use of the select button, you can switch between Bugs and Lola, and they have their own special attributes, like Bugs can be able to push things, and Lola, hers, which I find very useful, is once James gets to a certain ledge, she has an umbrella, and that's very useful because this game has fall damage, and the umbrella pretty much helps to nullify the threat of fall damage.
Which is so weird considering we're dealing with, like, it's the Looney Tunes. Why should they have to be the ones to suffer from fall damage that'll literally kill them?
Right,
Yeah.
they should be the ones that are completely immune, and...
Oh, that just puts you back up in case you missed any carrots.
Oh, so you need to find all the characters in order to... Oh, I see, because you're feeling that carrotometer in the bottom right.
Well, I was about to say, you don't technically need to find all the carrots. The purpose that they have is that, like, the more carrots you collect, they fuel this little flutter jump that Bugs and Lola have. Like, the more carrots you have, the longer the flutter jump lasts.
Okay.
But I see, the main thing we're looking for are the Hollywood clappers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, you pretty much entered a little bonus game, which is... Yeah, you throw TNT at these Looney Tunes heads. You hold down the button to further Bugs' throwing distance.
Get him. What for you throw dynamite at my face?
Oh, what'd I even do to you? I barely even know the rabbit.
I'm barely even in this game.
Hey, what's going on here? I just showed up.
Oh, that was a Martian and shattering kaboom.
Aw.
Yeah.
I was the one that felt the earth-shattering kaboom.
Okay. Well, I mean, the music's pretty solid so far. The animation's fairly smooth for Game Boy.
One thing I gotta get used to is that apparently, unlike most other Game Boy Advance games, Game Boy Color games, you jump with the B button as opposed to the A button, whereas the A button's how you attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
At the very least, from what I'm seeing, thankfully there is no... at the very least, what I'm seeing, there's thankfully no... what am I trying to say? No physical contact damage with the enemies.
Not really, thankfully.
Oh, by the way, that ledge that you could have went to, that would have given you an extra life.
Okay.
Which
I'll
that is
still use this
something
game
that,
as far as life is concerned.
if you go out of your way to what would you say? If you go out of your way to get all of the extra icons, lives are generally easy to get around. But I'll say, like, as a whole, I wouldn't say the game is, like, super difficult. Yeah, only bugs can barrel. The only thing that I would say is that really makes the game, like, challenging in any degree is, if you look down at your health there, you have 5 hearts. The amount of health you end a level with gets carried over into the next level. Like, say, for example, if you end a level with only 3 of your 5 hearts, you start with those 3 of your 5 hearts.
Gotcha.
Okay, then yeah, I can see that. That's where the challenge comes in. Fair enough. Oh, come on. There we go.
Yeah. Even then, I wouldn't say that the game's like any really more difficult in that degree. It's just that what would I say? As long as you're not super reckless, you should really have no problem getting through this.
Alright.
I believe in you. Is her fall damage umbrella, is that automatic, or do you have to press a button for that?
You have to hold down the button.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And I'll say, don't get too used to those little like umbrella markers. They pretty much go away after the first set of levels, so you pretty much have to like guess if you need to use the umbrella or not. Which is partly why I mainly stick as Lola for a good chunk of the game whenever I play it.
I suppose that's fair. You know, best to err on the side of caution. Oh, be careful. Oh.
Huh, it worked.
Yep.
Out of the way, smart guy.
Yeah, there you go. And that's also going to be your tutorial of how, like, it'll probably be for the best if you get carrots, because, like, you do need to have a bit of flutter in your jump to get past that gap.
Gotcha.
Wouldn't that be something if eventually the game actually punishes you for having a lot of carrots? Like put spikes on the ceiling so you want to make sure you only have a short jump or something?
Oh, the game never really gets that devious. Alright, now, at the end of every act, you'll have a boss encounter, which the boss encounter is basically, you start off with, like, a chase where you have to basically, you know, run away from the enemy. It's basically an obstacle course with them constantly on your tail at first.
Okay.
You ran out! Whoa!
Whoop.
Oh yeah, because the TNT blows up your raft as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that did... what?
Huh.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, that is weird. Like, I've never... That must be a glitch, because I've never had that happen whenever I, like, went back.
Of course, I had to be the one to get all the glitches. Because it was me doing a blind run the whole time.
I will say, now I'm looking at it, like, very suddenly, like, that is a really, like, look at, like, not you, James, you gotta focus on platforming. Hype and Mick, that is a very smooth, like, water splash effect on the boat as it's sailing forward.
Oh, yeah. And that is one trick that I'll let you know, James. Even though you are being chased by Sam, don't try to hug the wall, because it is very easy for obstacles. Yeah, like that shark there. It's very easy to get blindsided by obstacles.
Dang, sharks. Of course they also had to pick... Of course the set had to be filled with realistic sharks.
Oh, gosh. Oh, is that what's happening? We're in Hollywood again?
Well, yeah, because the whole thing takes place at a the level select is technically a movie studio.
Ah, ye old get out of consistent environment free card. The movie studios.
Listen, Mac. This is how we settle up. Jesus.
He hit you.
Yes, he did.
Can we rewind?
I assume we're gonna have to go back to the very beginning of that whole sequence.
Yeah, that is one thing that's a little bit annoying, is that, like, even though the levels aren't necessarily long, they don't have checkpoints.
Oof.
Fantastic.
I'll be right back.
Like, do you end up having to restart the game from scratch, or do you just restart for the level you died in?
The game does have a password system, so as long as you remember the last password you got, you should be able to carry up from where you left off.
Oh boy.
If not, I'm looking up some right now.
Okay.
Carrot crazy.
I think we're back where we left off.
Yeah, well, you're almost at the end, because, like, yep, there you go.
So, there is actually an interesting password here I found.
What the? Oop. Okay, fuck that. That was cheap. I'm rewinding.
That's fair. Because I did see that was a jump and pray moment.
Yeah.
Our favorite. now we know. Now there will occasionally be leap of faith moments.
Listen here, Mac. If you're gonna start cheating me, I'm gonna cheat you back.
Whew. Thank you, Carrot Hop. Thank you, Tweety. No, you don't.
Oh.
Nice. Oh.
Okay, don't worry. Now you're at the easy part of the fight, where you actually fight them. Where the best I could say is just like hit, duck, hit, duck, hit, duck.
Oh yeah, because you can duck over his bullets. Duck behind his bullets. Boop. There you go. Just thump him.
Take that, Mac.
That's good.
Yeah.
What were you even planning to do with all those carrots anyway?
I just want you to starve.
I'll be honest, didn't really think this far through.
So, we got extra game. Let's see what the extra games are like.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's the same one every time.
Okay,
Gotcha.
so I did find this interesting. So I didn't find too many passwords, but I did find an interesting one, which is there's a password that if you enter it, it basically allows you the opportunity to skip stages for free.
Okay.
Like you'll start a game from level 1, but according to this, once you enter this password, it must have been like a debug mode or something. Once you started from level 1, just pause and hit select, and you'll automatically jump ahead to the next level.
Wait, just pause and select.
Yeah, once you've entered this password in that particular game.
Oh, okay.
So we could always do that because otherwise the only other two passwords that's it. Otherwise the only other two passwords I see are one to go to level 2, one to go to level 4, and that's it. So
Alright, so I believe next it's time to take out Daffy at the construction site.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at me for? What do I do to you? Me.
So I guess well, I already mentioned my history with the game, and and obviously James is just playing through it, so we'll get his reaction as we go on. Logan, Mecha, from what you're observing, what are your first impressions of this game so far?
Again, pretty smoothly animated. Definitely seeing why you want to have a hi Tweety. Definitely seeing why you want to have Lola now with all these high up platforming.
Otherwise, back before they gave her an actual personality.
Right. Otherwise, I mean, so far from
a personality that's a little more than just your typical hot bunny boobs.
Right.
Yeah.
Better than Bugs Bunny, but girl. Oh, wait, one up. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, what I'm seeing, I mean, it's looking like standard Looney Tunes affair. Like, there was a lot of games like this where there wasn't really, the source material. There's never going to be like some grandiose plot or whatever. It's just, hey, what random shenanigan is happening, and here's your peanut gallery. We're gonna just use them and just fight them. Oh, nuts! Oh, well.
Hi, Sylvester.
Yep.
That was mildly evil of him.
Oh!
Oh.
What are you doing? I'm no Tweety Bird.
So
That
I
is
noticed
something-
that happened with the birds. So sometimes they just forget to drop it.
Well, no, what happens is that's actually something that is kind of amusing with, a lot of the enemies. All of them except for the ones that, actively throw stuff. Like that one guy at the, at the island where he's throwing the coconuts. There'll be some enemies, when they go around, if you leave them still long enough, they'll kind of, self-destruct on each other. Like with the Yosemite Sam, when he's, walking around, he'll stop for a bit, check his gun, and it'll just explode on him.
Oh, just boom.
Well, shoot.
I saw that, and I saw the... skateboarding time.
Actually, you might want to go back that way.
over.
Oh,
Whoa.
there you go. Okay, so the thing with that carrot is that, when you use it, you can pretty much plow over enemies, but it also leaves you, vulnerable for, hazards and whatnot.
Okay.
Okay, so I went back. Now what?
Well,
I guess
you
that was
got
it.
the clapper there. That was the only thing I wanted to warn you about.
Oh, I didn't even notice the clapper. You're right. Yeah, okay, we need those. Okay, at least it's not instant death. But, yeah, because again, that actually is something that I guess is missing, is I wish there was an arrow that would tell you if, where a clapper was, oh, go to the left or go to the right, or...
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of the levels, there's not, too much in the way of, exploration. I think it's not until you get to the second to last level where you could have a chance to, accidentally miss one or two of the clappers. The rest of them, as long as you're, fairly observant, you can actually stumble across pretty easily.
Okay. But yeah, sorry. Anywho, what do you think of this mecha?
It's certainly quite an interesting little platformer.
Look at the silly antics. So, did this come out after Space Jam then?
Well, yes.
I believe so.
I guess that makes sense because I think that was Lola's debut. And
That was.
Yeah, it was.
oh,
There you go.
Nice.
awesome! That's using the old carrot noodle.
And the age-old defying the physics.
As we should, as we should. Okay. Now let's see.
Well, you know what? I guess I could also ask Mecha this. You know, since James is just doing an extra level, we have the time to kill. Do you have any particular history when it comes to Looney Tunes stuff, Mecha? Like, do you remember watching any of the shorts of the movies growing up?
I would certainly recall watching a fair amount of the shorts, if not, of course, Space Jam. Trying to think of what other movies there are.
Well,
well,
there's
how
always
about-
Back in Action.
Oh yeah, Back in Action. That's
yeah, that was
that's a
it.
good one.
What else? What are some other ones? Have you ever either with us or elsewhere? Have you ever given any of the like either new Looney Tunes, the Looney Tunes show, the Looney Tunes shorts, the classics?
For some weird reason, I just suddenly thought of Looney Tunes Babies.
Oh,
yeah,
baby Looney
Baby
Tunes.
Looney
Yeah.
Tunes.
Well, I mean that technically counts as far as like Looney Tunes exposure.
Yeah, and it certainly wasn't as bizarre as the Muppet Babies, I guess.
Well, Muppet Babies, I'd argue, has a little bit more of like a sincerity to it, and plus, to be fair, it was based on something that actually existed at Muppets at the time. Yeah, because like apparently because I don't know if this is something a lot of people know, but the whole thing with oh boy,
Ow.
wow,
People give Mario crap for literally falling down like a foot or two before he dies in Donkey Kong.
But
That's still pretty embarrassing in its own right.
yeah. But anyway, with the whole thing with like the Muppet Babies, apparently the whole thing with Muppet Babies actually originated from one of the movies. I think Take Manhattan, where there was like a flashback sequence of shorts showing the Muppets, well, as babies. And then I guess some studio saw like a lot of opportunity with that to make a show about it. You know, on top of all the obvious merchandising the babies would get.
Naturally.
I guess another question I can ask you, Mecha, like again, based on all the exposure that you've had of Looney Tunes over the years, do you have a particular favorite Looney Tune character?
Not quite a definitive favorite, but got a couple like a Daffy and Sylvester.
Okay, those are good choices.
Can't go wrong with those two. You ever find it funny how Sylvester's well known for being, the cat that always chases that gosh darn Tweety bird, but then you look back on the rest of his history, it's like, wow, they actually do more with him than just that.
Oh yeah, like that is something that's really fun when it comes to like some of the Looney Tunes where it's like, I mean, granted, some of them are used for like very specific purposes, but a lot of them are like really flexible in the sense of like you can pretty much put them into any situation. Like Sylvester's definitely no exception. Like, obviously there's the Tweety stuff, and then you have the stuff where he's paired up with Porky, where he's turned into like a literal Fraidy cat, and then there was a while where he got teamed up with Speedy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was. That's right. Wasn't it like he was the guard for a cheese factory or something, and hence why they needed the fastest mouse in all of Mexico?
Yeah. I know it's one of the shorts, I think, but like I know that was right around the time when I think it was right around the time. Well, actually, it might have started beforehand, but I know the whole like notion of like really using Speedy as a star was right around the time where the Looney Tunes were getting a little bit into a bit of a dark age. Yeah, because that was right around the time they had like less frequent Looney Tunes to use. Like back then, all they could really use was just Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner, which that in and of itself, that in and of itself is fine. But like the only other two Looney Tunes they were allowed to use around that time were Speedy and Daffy, and every now and then Sylvester.
Okay.
The Steamroller?
That's Steamroller.
I'm gonna flatten you into a pancake this time, rabbit!
So yeah, just like with the ship,
Oh, dear.
So yeah, just like with Sam's ship, it's pretty much a chasing mission. Be sure to like stay ahead, but also don't stay too ahead because again, you don't want to get blindsided by obstacles. And this also, each one of the chases also does introduce like a certain new mechanic to aid you, like that jackhammer you just saw, as well as like obstacles, like there's those drum barrels,
oil.
and yeah, oil barrels. And then you'll eventually come across walls where you have to like rapidly, you know, hit it with your attack in order to dissolve it and keep going.
Gotcha. Listen, I know we've had our differences over the years,
Oh my
but
God.
maybe driving a steamroller may be a little extreme there, Doc.
Careful. I mean, at least at the very least, the platforming here seems a lot more generous. You know, without the threat of instant death water at your heels.
Yeah.
Like, the most you really have to worry about in this instance is just all of the obstacles that are being thrown your way. Oh, there's a wall. Hit it quick.
Think of all the good times we had, Doc. Remember when I got you that one deal for a video game?
Yes, the one. Yes, it was Sheep Raiders and Hype stopped. I would spit, but I don't want to spit on my computer. But yes, and Hype kept throwing the TNT at me.
Hey, you guys liked it.
I know, it was so hilarious. Haha, it is to laugh. No, the details in that game is so fun.
Yeah, that is also another game that's like... That's also one that I definitely wouldn't mind covering the entirety of for the channel, you know, if it wasn't for the, recently discovered issue with my upload speed. The only other thing holding me back from doing that is that, like, because a lot of the levels in that game, a lot of the puzzles in that game are very obtuse, that's one where I definitely have to, like, handle that one post-com.
Yeah.
But I know that's also something that... Okay. Whack away. And because he's throwing TNT, there's a little bit more of an arc that you have to worry about, but otherwise the strategy is not that much different.
Thank God Daffy himself doesn't have a hurt box.
Mm-hmm.
I literally have nothing left to my name. I have no heart.
Well, that is very heartless, yeah.
Zaslav took it away from me.
Okay, now on to the third world, which will be all the way over to your right.
Alright. Next up to bat is the jungle, or the zoo, or...
It's the zoo, featuring one of my personal favorites.
Good old Taz. Man, this Game Boy architecture isn't doing his gums any favors.
Yeah.
Ow!
Yeah, again, you have
Taz
to mind the health that you
wins.
have when you
Game
go in.
over. Taz wins, everybody. That's it. Go home. Taz won the day. Mush.
Win. Vitality.
I did kind of love what we just saw there. I did kind of love the idea of when next you go to that thing, don't press any buttons. Oh, I mean, when you next get to one of those, like when you next get one of the aquatic people.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't know
But
why,
also,
it
don't
just-
worry
it
about. I'll say, don't worry about getting those carrots yet. You'll actually get a propeller power up that'll help you get to that
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Giraffe.
right here.
There we go. Looks like this area doesn't demand for much high scale platforming. Oh hey!
Yeah, it's the gorilla.
Thank God a good old hammer whack's all it takes to incapacitate it.
Yeah. Well, that is also something that I should mention. Gems was fiddling around with it at the beginning. Even though the game does have difficulty settings, the only thing that... Oh, yeah, you hit the...
Mash!
there you go.
He was doing the joke of just like I just love the pose of like, so you gotta move or mash.
I just love the fact that you're completely stationary as you do it.
Yeah.
Woo.
But yeah, like I was saying, like, as far as, like, you can technically, like, have adjust the difficulty in the game. The only thing that really changes as far as difficulty goes is how many hits enemies take.
Gotcha. Oh jeez. Run away! Woo!
That was close.
Oh, whoops.
That was not so close.
No, it was not.
Yeah, that is why, personally speaking, that is why I usually try to avoid, like, the...
Oh, whoops. I forgot to... I completely forgot to, I totally forgot to, put a save state after I finished the last world, so, whoops.
Good thing you undid that. I actually forgot that you can undo those.
Yeah. Until there's a better alternative, RetroRock is a damn near savior when it comes to that.
But yeah, like I was saying, like that whole thing that you just witnessed, that's part of the reason why I personally avoid that particular carrot power-up, because like even though it can plow through enemies, it also makes you like very unstable to control. So I usually don't think it's worth it, especially considering the fact that like enemies are usually pretty easy to deal with as it is.
Yeah, like in general, the platforming itself is pretty straightforward.
Oh, you know what? Since we were just talking about, since Logan mentioned Looney Tunes movies, that is something that we can talk about. That, like, it's funny. Like, one of the reasons I was saving this was for whenever there was something topical we could talk about on a rainy day. But now we actually have something we can talk about that's related. What the?
Okay.
Okay, that should not have happened.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rewind if that's okay with you fellas.
It's fine with me.
Hey.
Go.
There we go. Now then, mush.
Anyway, like I was saying, something topical that actually is happening recently that does coincide very well with this particular game is the fact that after years of it being, like, mistreated like a bunch of other, like, movies that Zaslav is put through the ringer.
Oh, I just realized Mrs. Tat's here, too.
Oh yeah, the She-Devil. Anyway, like I was saying, like, something relating to Looney Tunes, after the years of, like, neglect and leg pullery, Coyote versus Roadrunner, Coyote versus Acme is finally going to be, being released to us.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Like, as far as I know, like, we have, like, a year when it's going to be released, which is, funnily enough, sometime later this year. We just don't have any details beyond that, like, if they finally revealed which streaming service is going to hold it, or if it's even going to be, like, released in theaters or not.
Hopefully they put it in theaters. I mean, I think it deserves that extra dub.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going to be getting that Looney Tunes cartoon movie in theaters, as far as I know.
Oh yeah, the day the Earth blew up.
Mm-hmm. Which I'm really glad they went back... I'm just saying, I'm really glad they went back to that title as opposed to the one that they were going to change it to originally.
Right,
Yeah.
I love double meaning titles like that. It's clever, and it was very fun, and matched the theme, and nice. But yeah, I mean, sorry, my brain just drifted for a moment there.
It literally became a bubble brain.
I am still very hopeful. I want Coyote versus Acme to come out.
Oh, well, I mean, it is. It's just a matter of, like, they haven't revealed where it's going to be released.
Alright, catch the balloons. Yay!
Thank goodness that all the helium inside doesn't. What am I trying to say? I love that it actually just drifts one way, like two ways, as opposed to literally going all the way up till it pops up in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized you probably should have done Lola for that.
Switch to Lola.
Yeah, because it was like, I saw you doing that, and I was like, wait a minute, am I forgetting something? That's right, those technically aren't platformers, you fool!
Whoops.
It is, I don't know, it's one of those things where uh-oh. It is one of those things where, I don't know, I just don't understand. But have different power-ups, sure, but how about this? Like, they could have done this so much better if it was like, oh, Bugs can push things, Lola can burrow.
It's like, again, games like these don't need fucking, like,
fall damage.
Fall damage.
Right, and not to mention, like, there needs to be, like right there, like, the fact that you can be put into a you-lose situation, and you have no, agency in the matter, like... Again, like if fall damage is a thing, then have them both, have both. Let them both have the umbrella.
Exactly.
Or in the case of like Bugs, like just repurpose like his helicopter ears to prevent fall damage. Something similar to what he kind of does in like the PlayStation 1 games, where he can use his ears to slow his descent.
Yeah.
I
mean, yeah, that'd be nice.
Honestly, yeah, like for whatever, like have the fall damage be tied to your carrot power, like let you be able to use it in midair at any point. Oh, close. Come on, wait for it. Nah.
There we go.
Did you turn into Lola?
No, I did not.
Oops. Also, I just realized.
Yeah. I'm all out of lives. Game over, folks.
Yeah, that's all, folks. Alright, we can try out this password thing. Hang on. So Taz first, I see, and then Elmer Fudd would go to the right. I see, because you're cycling through it. Fair enough. Elmer Fudd there, and then Daffy in the middle. There we go.
There you go. Now it should
So
work.
now you're going to go into any level, and then you're going to just once we reach there we go.
Oh, no, into the
that didn't work.
No, you're gonna go into the level. No, trust me. Go into the level.
Okay.
Trust me on this.
But it works. Trust me.
Now that we're here,
still on Tre-
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
still on
pause,
Treasure Island.
pause, and hit select.
Ah, that's what you meant. I thought it was just to get us right back to the level where we died at.
No, but I thought this would help to like get us just skip ahead.
Okay. You would have liked to have known that beforehand, but thanks anyway.
No worries.
Then we just
Yeah, well-
run all the way back to the left to get back to Daffy's level. We gotta do that through Daffy's level.
Yeah. Well, we'll be right back, folks.
Why for you have to go and cheat the system, Mr. James Man?
Because the system cheats me, Mac.
Now I want that stupid copy pasta to be him like,
Why for you cheat the game? Don't you know that when you cheat the game, you cheat the life, you cheat
You
the
know what? I'm
system?
gonna look that. You know what?
did
I'm
not
gonna look
earn-
that up since it'll take a bit before we got back to where. It'll take a bit anyway. Let me try to find that.
yeah, I think it was called it was like you not only cheated the game, but
The game
yourself
by
copy
yourself
pasta.
as well.
Okay, here it
Didn't that
is.
start with like Sekiro?
Yeah, it was. That's right, because PC Gamer. I found the original tweet. Here's the original tweet. Hype. Okay, yeah. Somebody beat Sekiro with cheats on, and proceeded to receive an entire lecture.
Okay, I found it though. Hang on.
Even though I'm just gonna come clean and say, I think we're fine. Like, it's a single player. It was a single player game that he wasn't cheating with anybody else. Like, if he wants to play the game with cheats, like if he had fun with the game, then he played it the right way.
So,
Rabbit, you cheated not only game, but yourself. You didn't grow, you didn't improve, you took a shortcut and gained nothing. It's sad that you don't know the difference.
It's that's sad you know no difference.
actually, hang on. I skipped a line. Hang on.
You experienced a hollow victory. Nothing was risked and nothing was gained.
It's just. Oh, it was just one of those moments where they just went so pretentious. Like it's a freaking video game, and he didn't hurt anybody in doing what he did. Listen, I'm throwing this out there. Yes, I did cheat and play Potionomics with a substantial bank loan at one point, but it was just because. But
Wait a minute.
You have to use the carrot to go over to.
No. It's not that. I thought for a moment I took damage from the wall.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
Ooh.
Ooh, where the heck is that clapper?
Oh yeah, I think you have to keep going in that direction. Actually, not even think. Yeah, you do have to keep going in that direction.
Dang. Okay.
Ah,
But
well then let's go back and grab that carrot and try again.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's yes, I did cheat at Potionomics and give myself a lot of money at one point because I didn't want to be stressing about all the economics of potion. I just wanted to make I just wanted to make fun potions, and I wanted to engage with all the characters and see all that stuff because number one, it's kind of lame that because it's a fairly long game. Otherwise, it's a bummer that you can't enjoy all those character stories one at a time. You basically have to pick and choose, and that's the other thing. That's even if you manage to manage your resources enough to even have time to progress those storylines and character interactions.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's one of those things where it's like, it's certainly a unique experience, I'll give it that much, but it definitely feels like, yeah, I know, pretty tight. It feels like an experience where it would be better off if it focused on one element or another.
Right, because the animation, the character animations and art style are so nice. The truth escapes. Uh-oh.
It's a
Try and
breakout.
cheat this one, rabbit.
Okay, so this one, this is where they expect you to be a little bit more on your toes on these, because, okay, first off, gates, you have to destroy the gates.
I didn't destroy them fast enough.
Yeah, they're basically like the walls from the last one. You have to, like, hammer them down repeatedly.
Gotcha.
Okay. But, and then what's the other thing that they make you... what's the other way that they put you on your toes?
Okay, so another one is that She-Devil will appear, like, right there. Take her out quick, because otherwise she'll keep making holes that you have to jump over.
Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, so that's actually an obstacle you do have control over. Fair enough. And balloons?
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah, the
then,
balloons,
I guess
like, the second you
That's
see
how
them...
you jump away, right?
Yeah, that's like... The second you see them pop, you have to go to the other balloon. Thankfully, like, the hitbox on it's a little bit generous to where it takes a little bit for the hitbox to wear off, but you still need to be wary.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
This could take a bit, folks.
No worries. And another thing is once you get past those obstacles, there's going to be a bicycle that you see later in the mission. Once you get on it, mash the button something fierce because the troop will suddenly like pick up an acceleration trying to get to you, and that bike is your only means of outpacing them.
Gotcha.
So I have to ask real quick, is it even possible to take out the She-Devil while she's making those holes? Because I just tried every other time to hammer her, and nothing happened.
You definitely can. I think my thing is that like you're probably being like a little bit like too cautious in trying to approach her.
Wait,
I don't want to fall down in those holes she's making.
Oh, here we go. I was say when she's spinning, can you like? Is it dealing damage when? Can she deal damage while she's spinning?
No.
I see. The problem is that you basically need to reach her and before she starts digging, and she digs pretty swiftly after that.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're starting to figure out the pattern. And okay, there we go. We're safe.
I love how during that whole stampede, they still take the they still take the time to actually just stop. Yet the dust clouds are still spinning.
It's like, oh geez, it's been a while. Okay. Okay, with the R. Where is She-Devil? Oh, I see. That would have hurt you otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. There you are again.
There you
go.
I got her. Sheesh.
All right, there you go. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's a bit strict.
Yeah. I guess it is one of those things where it's like, maybe it's just because I have the advantage of having grown up with this game that I'm able to be quick enough to beat her, but yeah.
Smell you later, filthy animals.
Okay, this one's a little bit trickier because, oh geez, more of attrition that.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. But we finally put that diseased Tasmanian devil back in his place.
So how many more are there?
After you go through this bonus area, the next one is the second to last world in the game.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Will it be Marvin the Martian or Elmer Fudd?
It's Marvin.
What do you think?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So, they actually save
Fudd
so
for
they actually
back.
save Elmer for last.
That's fair enough. Foes as old as time. Ow.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time, true as it can be.
Come on. Aha.
Hunter and the Hare.
Hey.
It's like, it's Beauty and the Beast. Though if anyone calls you Beast, I'll rip their lungs out.
And come on.
There you go.
These
I will
colorful,
say,
these colorful sprites remind me. Yes.
All I'll say is that, like, I think you probably already missed your chance of gaining an extra life because you only get it if you hit every single target.
That's lame.
Yeah, figures.
Well, it's lame in the sense of like if you miss one, they should just end it already. Like, why play the rest of the minigame if you can't get the one?
Other direction.
There's no point.
There you go.
There you are, Marvin. What are you looking at?
Can we hurry this up? I have a date with my explosive Q36 moderator.
Modulator.
It gets really testy when I keep it waiting at the restaurant.
Literally a date with dynamite.
Do you want me to
The
sleep on
machine
the
you pass, you have
couch?
to push it.
Oh,
Do you want me to sleep on the couch again?
I don't want to be in the doghouse. I'm not a dog like K9.
Whee!
oh, this is interesting.
Oh yeah, this is a little finicky. I won't blame you.
Oh, there's the thing we need. Oh,
Ooh.
die. Fair enough. I mean, like again, like there are some decent animated sprites. Like it was Infogrames that that published or developed this.
Infogrames, yeah.
Oof, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, they were handling most, if not all, of the Looney Tunes stuff around the late late 90s and early 2000s.
Okay.
Nope.
And I mean, they definitely posted their fair share of Looney Tunes-esque games on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. Like there was this. There was also Daffy Duck's Foul Play, which I think is honestly a pretty interesting game in and of its own right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because they got Sunsoft involved in it.
Yeah.
And then there was also this one collector-esque game, which treats itself as sort of like a Zelda-esque game.
That little thing that you hit into, it was a mine. You have to avoid those.
Oh, fair enough.
Duly noted.
Mines exist. They do exist. Push away, bugs.
Santa.
Haha, I saw what you did there. I do... I wonder if Eric Baza was in Coyote vs. Acme.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he was.
I mean, he was the
'cause-
one that made... He made the tweet.
he made the
boy.
tweet, and plus, to be fair, he has basically become one of Warner Brothers' like go-to actors for a bunch of the Looney Tunes. So it wouldn't surprise me
Fair.
if he was in there in some fashion.
Okay.
That actually just makes me wonder all of a sudden, considering they're technically not, limited to the, the typical rules of a Wile E. Coyote and Roadrunner short. Are they actually going to allow Wile E. to actually talk?
That would
I
be
don't know, to be
interesting.
honest. Like, my gut's telling me he'll probably stay silent throughout a lot of it, but I wouldn't. But it would be nice if they did acknowledge the whole like super genius persona.
Yeah.
But like, I imagine they might just keep him silent for the sake of like the Wile E. that they're representing is the one from the Roadrunner ones, where he 9 times out of 10 usually does stay silent.
Right, carrying signs and stuff with him. They kept him like that in Space Jam 2.
And Space Jam 1, technically.
And Space Jam 1.
Yeah. Honestly, the only times they ever let him talk is during, like those few times he actually has to take on bugs.
And the Raggedy Ann and Andy movie.
And the Raggedy Ann Christmas special.
Wasn't that
We
a
actually
funny
did watch that there just recently. It's like, I'm amazed that Warner Brothers didn't sue him for that.
Yeah.
It was wonderfully restored recently, and there was Chuck Jones animated, and Chuck Jones very much showed how much he still enjoys Wile E. Coyote and nothing else.
Yeah.
What else was there?
It,
Oh gosh, what else was there? Another thing, AK9. Another thing that I
Bye, K9.
Bye, AK9. Another thing I recalled seeing was whoa, dang. Sorry, Marvin.
Oh, you were supposed to go the other way with that carrot.
Got it.
Actually, yeah, crap. What else was there? We mentioned what am I forgetting?
Well, we were talking about a Coyote versus Acme.
Okay, we're talking about Coyote vs. Acme. That's right. Then we mentioned that they were probably gonna
Raggedy
keep
Ann
him-
Christmas special.
The Raggedy Ann Christmas special, and that they're like they're gonna keep him silent. Oh gosh, I know. I was just thinking about this recently. There was something I had seen. Crap.
Was it Looney Tunes related?
Maybe.
Uh-oh, I missed the clapper piece.
Well, you might as well go ahead and get that one.
If I can even get it. Oh wait, right, hover. Duh.
Yahoo!
Right, time to backtrack.
Okay.
You know what? I think I know what it is, because it was one that I did miss by accident in my test playthrough as well. Yeah, go back to that one. There should be, like, an area underneath that teleporter that you didn't explore.
This one?
Yeah, like that platform up... Oh, that's just the one up. Then where is that one at?
Also, I gotta be careful. I'm all out of hearts.
Yeah.
I'd like to use this opportunity to get that life I don't have.
Yeah.
There you go. You have a nice life. It's very nice.
That's a nice life.
You mentioned. Okay, you mentioned.
Dang.
Mentioned that one.
I got you now, Earthling. Ow!
I guess it's something. Your thoughts on them wanting to, on I guess the fact that there is now in the works.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Nice. Your thoughts on on this revival of Ren and Stimpy?
Well, I mean, I know it was something that we know was in the works for a while, and it's definitely, like, from what I've seen of it so far, the animation looks
Careful
you
that
know,
mine.
pretty nice and clean, and I like that they got Billy What's back to voice them.
See, see, that's the thing is, I forgot that. Nice.
There we
I
go.
forgot if how many times has Billy West been responsible for voicing Ren?
Ren he voiced after John K. left, but he was Stimpy for pretty much the entirety of the original series' run.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't return for Adult Party cartoon, and I mean, he was a better man for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he could see the writing on the wall.
I will say though, like going semi full circle when we were talking about the person that they did get to replace Billy for that was actually Eric Balza.
Oh,
Huh.
I didn't know. I didn't
Wow.
know he was in voice acting that early. Well,
Yeah,
there you go, everybody.
I mean, I'll give him that.
beginnings.
I'll give him that. I will give him this. He's not a bad Stimpy. Like, I still think Billy's is a bit better, but if you had to go get a replacement, he's not the worst.
I mean, I can see him being a very fitting pick.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
Alrighty. You'll really have to infuriate me further, Rabbit. Fucking turn my Daffy into Taz there.
All right, now then, what other? I mean, okay, so how about this? While Hype is currently taking care of that, what are your thoughts on this game so far, James? Like, having taken this over.
I mean, it's by no means a like really how do I put this eloquently? It's like, oh shit.
Oh,
It's oh jeez, now I got lava mines. I'd say this is serviceable. I would not call it ow.
oh yeah, we were all out of hit points, but okay, we're fine still.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I wouldn't call this an avant-garde Looney Tunes game, but I'd say it's honestly, this is one of, like, if I was to get this game back when I actually still had a Game Boy Color that I got as a Christmas present, I probably would have been perfectly alright with this.
Yeah. Actually, you might want to go down to where you were ground level, because I think one of the clappers is down there.
I assume it's past this, okay, it's not past the Instant Martian, but there was an E there.
Yep.
Yeah, just reset the start. Actually, now that I think about it, actually is a funny coincidence I bring up the whole Game Boy Color for Christmas sort of thing, because, like, I know I brought this story up before on the channel, but actually I did get a Looney Tunes game alongside my Game Boy Color for Christmas that, like, all those years ago.
Oh?
Like, the other game I got was Pokemon Gold, but alongside it, I got Speedy Gonzales Aztec Adventure.
Right, I
Which is
remember
essentially... Yeah, it's essentially a...
Wait, don't go back there yet,
A
because...
very... Oh, there's something over there.
Yeah, you missed the other clapper down there.
God damn it. Alright, backing up. But yeah, no, Aztec Adventure was pretty much just a, it's, you know, you're playing as Speedy, so naturally it's gonna play an awful lot like a 2D, like, not unlike, say, a Sonic game.
Mm-hmm.
And they do make make use out of that speed, but that's about, you know, the only real, oh jeez. That's like the only real, major thing I can really remember with that, whole game.
No worries.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was much more engaged with Pokemon Gold and all the games I could rent from Blockbuster back when they actually did let you rent Game Boy games,
Yeah. Those were
like
the
Mario
days.
Brothers Deluxe, the Game & Watch Gallery games, the Wario Land series. The list goes on.
Uh-huh.
And then people kept losing all the cards, so obviously they stopped letting you, rent them after a while.
Well, guess it was an inevitability. I forget what it was, but I remember one of my first Game Boy Color games I played was an Earthworm Jim game, but it was called Earthworm Jim 2, but it was not the Earthworm Jim 2 that most people think of, like, from Super Nintendo.
Right,
was
that,
like
that
its
was the
own-
one that had Evil Jim as the main villain, right?
Mm-hmm. It was very odd.
Yeah, I did hear about that, and I also remember hearing how much of a piece of crap it was.
It felt like a bootleg.
Yeah.
And for all I know, it probably was. Now we can head into the teleporter.
Hmm.
You holding up well there, Mecha?
So and so.
Okay, just make it.
Yeah, I know this is a very sharp turn from after we just did a Bomberman game not that long ago.
And suppose on the side, I'm just trying to do the event.
Oh yeah, the Destiny 2 thing.
Yeah. I could become a star baker.
Oh. Okay. Maybe there's a hit point somewhere. Maybe Tweety will be nice to us. Okay. Oh, there it is.
Oh, rewind.
Yeah, I'm rewinding. We're literally at the end of the level.
Leap to the skies.
Leap to the heavens.
There you go.
Jesus Christ, that was nuts.
Yeah.
And there we go. We're at now the end of this. We can now fight Marvin and claim Mars in the name of Carrot.
Yeah. And I'll say, like, this is another one that throws, like, a very interesting twist on you. So, it's another chase section, but this time, the title of it pretty much says, you're on the scooter, and you have to collect gas cans in order to actually, stay afloat.
And, avoid all the asteroids.
Right.
Or, excuse me, meteorites. Asteroids are way too fucking big to be...
A meteor. Which does remind me of another point-and-click adventure game I want to cover for the channel at some point, since I've now come to terms with the fact that it will never get the remaster treatment.
Oh, which one?
The Dig. It was another.
I've heard of it.
It was an old LucasArts. I believe it was LucasArts. It was an old LucasArts project, made around the time as Full Throttle. So it's like very solid voice acting. I'm actually gonna look it up. Very solid voice acting and fully pixelated cutscenes, like with voice acting. And it covers the story of. There's going to be a deep impact moment kind of happening where an asteroid's heading for Earth, and so a team of 3 astronauts are sent up to the asteroid in order to a team of 3 astronauts are sent up to the asteroid to detonate it. But when they do, the asteroid doesn't even blow up. In fact, what happens is the asteroid suddenly teleports all of them and itself to an alien planet. In which case, then you, the main character, now have to do a number of things to figure out what is going on, and there's a lot of cruel and twisted, like there's some body horror stuff going on, and it's all about trying to figure out what's going on. There's some cool stuff involved. I will
better or worse than what was that other line? One was called Dark Seed.
Way better. Well, actually, at least it's cartoonish and not like trying to go for a realistic. It's not a realistic art style like Dark Sea. Don't worry.
Okay, gotcha.
The most I would say, I'm thinking this off the top of my head. There's a scene in which actually I don't want to spoil it because it can be shocking for you as well.
Okay.
But it's something I'm definitely considering. But since it was not one, I think it was one that was developed after Tim Schafer left. I don't believe he would have any emotional attachment to want to make that be a remastered port.
Right.
Listen, I'm a fan of space races, but can we get a move on?
Get ready. Duck. Just duck.
Right, because you have no hit points now.
And he has no arc, and he has no hitbox, so just hide under his
Rabbit,
nose.
you're making me very angry, and now I'm dead.
Right from under his nose.
K9, get me the aspirin.
And there we go.
Ugh. I think after this, I'm probably gonna have to do a mulligan hit, so I can just. Oh, actually, I could have earned an extra life here.
Yeah, you could.
Fair.
Just have to make sure you hit all the targets.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, I'll give you props though for this being a blind run through. You're not doing too bad.
Yeah. The main thing we just had. The only thing is that we just had to point out some of the things, like the mechanics, like the mines and stuff. But otherwise,
and also the fact that these Bugs and Lola can't, they can't land on ground worth shit. Let me try that again.
Something about how the music reverses was like practically a YouTube poop in motion for me. Just to get back over here. I'm not done with you.
Rabbit, you remember what we
Get
just
back
said
over
about
here.
Cheetah's never prospering?
I'm not done with
lose all
you.
respect for you as a gamer. You will be blacklisted immediately.
God. Imagine that for a moment. If freaking, if Taz was a freaking like Twitch streamer.
Is it wrong that I look? Is it wrong that I look at him and I think that he would absolutely be David Jaffe?
Oh my god.
Taz think that this room convey no information about puzzle solving.
All
And then-
right.
Okay, now for the last world with Elmer Fudd.
Hooray!
All right, Wabbit. Now it's just you and me now.
That's what I saw. Anywho. Well,
Ow.
and he's already up to his wily tricks.
Yeah. I'll say that one,
he is.
that particular enemy, that's one of the harder enemies because he actually takes like 3 hits. Like, that
Oh
is
my
the
gosh.
hardiest enemy in the game.
Okay, I mean,
Noted.
we got bear trap. Okay, fair enough. Like final boss stuff, I get you.
You have
no,
to push
we
that
need
onto the
that.
seesaw.
Oh, got it.
Ah, we got a physics thing going. Don't ask how we managed to burrow through that thing. Anyway. Woo.
They can burrow like nobody's business, but they sure can't land for shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Gotta
burrowing,
dig. We gotta burrow. I can see it. Yeah, on the ground.
Yeah,
has
I just noticed the indents.
all good.
and if you want to get up there, you use... Actually, there is a ledge. Yeah, well, we'll get that clapper first. And then you have this weird contraption.
Pedal.
Bugs looks so happy to be on this thing.
I'm having a great. I gotta tell you guys, this is great.
I'm having a wonderful time. I'm having a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time.
Definitely happy. Definitely, definitely happy.
Definitely 13. Definitely 13. Oh, that's that's just for going up. That's just for going up. Stop it. I don't want to spin my ears no more. Oh,
Look at that.
Oh,
look at
a
that
a very
chunky
smoothly
pupper.
animated dog. Oh,
Yeah. It's also just a
Okay.
very chunky boy. Like, I don't even know if... Actually, go back. There's another clapper back there.
I thought
Either a
that-
clapper
Making
or
sure.
a Tweety.
is that you, Rover? Rover Dangerfield?
Rover Dangerfield?
It looked like it. He had the build.
Yeah.
He did, but he didn't have the glasses or the stupid expression.
Fair.
I don't think he's based on any particular Looney Tunes dog that I can recall. What's funny is that, like, when it comes to, like, those whirly cheers, like, we mentioned Bugs and his super happy face, I think Lola's face is actually a lot more amusing to me.
Actually, am I missing anything down there, or should I go up?
Down there, I think, is either another clapper or another Tweety.
Whoa. Oh, clapper.
Okay, yeah, we definitely need to be here.
Excuse me. Just something about, like, you floating around him like you're the freaking Great Kazoo. Like, hello there, dum-dum. Meanwhile, she does not look all that happy to be on this thing.
She doesn't know how to process this.
This is a very odd turn of events.
I think this is before she got her more, Looney
Insane.
personality.
Insane and just... Oh. Stonehenge. Oh, you may actually be able to... Actually, I think you may be able to just... I think you may be able to just jump clean over that.
I probably could.
But this is
you know
safer
what?
from the dog.
Yeah, that is true.
Yay.
Bye, Tweety.
Bye-bye. Alright, 2 more levels left, and this will be it.
And that will be all, folks.
I want another... I want a new Looney Tunes game. Can't remember the last
That
time we
would be
got
nice.
one. I genuinely can't remember the last time we've gotten one.
Outside of, like, mobile shenanigans, like, I think the last console one we've had was, I think that 3DS crossover one with the Scooby-Doo show that was on at the time.
Oh,
That was
that's
such a random...
that's
That
right.
was such a really random thing.
Yeah. I mean, outside of that, it's mostly just them appearing in other things. Like, I know, for example, like, goes without saying, there's multiverses, which hopefully we'll get news of it coming... Well, hopefully we'll get news of that soon, because they did say that this year was going to be when it was coming back.
Well, hopefully it does come back sooner than later. In retrospect, I don't even know what I'm doing with all this. I can't even get back up.
Oh, you know what? Hey, keep going. This tricked me up the first time as well. You're fine. Just keep going
Okay.
a little further into the level, and then once you get past a zipline section, you double back.
Okay. And again, watch out for the bear traps. And Elma.
Okay, so yeah, double back. So
Careful.
now you should have enough carrots to go get that one PC mist.
Okay.
Okay.
Hook on
Like,
with
I
your
think
ears.
this is like the only part. This feels like the only time where it feels like the game actually encourages you to backtrack a bit.
Yeah, that is odd, considering, like, up until now, it hasn't been, like, super bad about that. Probably with the one lone exception being, the, one level with, Marvin.
Hang on, there's another clapper. Oh!
Oh!
No!
I
Then,
swear.
then Bugs remembered, oh, that's right, ball damage is for sissies. And he ascended.
That's right, I'm a cartoon character.
This is the part where I don't want to be loud because of other people, but this is the part where Eric Boz's Bugs have been like, what am I doing? Just ascend right back up.
What am I doing?
Hey!
He's a good Bugs. I like him.
Oh yeah, I love
Really
his
is.
take on Bugs and Daffy and
Like,
Edie.
listen,
Just all.
everyone pretty much agreed that Bugs was, like, Eric Baza was the perfect Bugs. The moment he yelled out, "The Moiderizer!"
Oh,
That
it's
worked as-
perfect!
That worked as well. Like, just there's so many great moments, and like,
What's
just,
funny is that, like, as far as, like,
then there was. Oh, go ahead.
like, as far as, like, unless there's another one that I'm not remembering, I think, like, his first time really getting to, like, go to town voicing Looney Tunes characters was World of Mayhem, that one mobile game that, like, as far as I know, is still going nowadays.
Oh, where Big Chungus was canonical before.
Where they
Space Jam
added
2?
him and a Christmas variant.
Oh, I remember now. I remember now the other thing I was going to talk about from earlier. I remembered it.
Go for it.
You guys know Junji Ito?
I know of
Yeah.
the name, yeah.
So he's that horror manga artist who I would very much love if we find out that he's the guy who is working on the monster designs. Maybe he was, I forgot. I think it was Guillermo del Toro or someone, but no, it was Jordan Peele. But basically, I would love if Junji Ito is involved in that new project of freaking Kojima's.
That would be pretty cool, all things considered.
But anyway, it's hilarious to me how like everyone knows him for like his horror and body horror and like spooky stories, and then suddenly when it was being announced that he was going to be appearing on Crunchyroll, like and have his stories get their own anime on Crunchyroll, the way he introduces it is he's just at his desk and then suddenly he looks up and just starts and the ground starts to shake, the camera is being shaken, and he just says with this exact same tone, "Oh no, I'm being space jammed." And then he gets like pulled away into the comic page to explain why he's now in Crunchyroll, but just to see I'm being space jammed.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now.
But he said that with I just love his "oh no." I'll find the clip for you. It's so good. But
Oh, that's
yes,
cool.
yeah.
You thought you'd get away from me, buddy?
Nope. Come on. We're so close. This is it. And then we get all our carrots. Is there any like true final boss where we fight evil bugs in the Negaverse?
Oh no, no. The last chase with Elmer is very much the last boss.
I wanted to go to the Negaverse. Oh well. No. Oh, you don't. It's off to the Negaverse for you, Elmer Fudd.
Oop.
No.
God damn it. I want that extra insurance, damn it.
And
I don't care if I'm cheating at this point. You all cheated me before, now I'm cheating you all
it
back.
just cuts to Taz. He doesn't even say anything. He's just glaring, and that's all he has to do.
Taz not mad. He just disappointed.
That's the saddest thing of all. A crazy train. Oh boy.
I have so much fun voicing Taz. I want to do more things. I want to
Ah.
do more things voicing Taz. It's just a matter of trying to find them.
Okay, my guess is that this is basically just this is gonna oh there are actually platforms. Okay, I thought it was gonna be like the rafts. No, okay, so it's kind of like the raft.
What the actual shit?
Those
Oil
are supposed to be
spills.
like the little guard things. You know, like they come down when a train passes.
Oh, I see.
Gotcha.
I thought
Okay,
they were
ow.
rising up from the ground, but I see they're swinging up and down. Okay.
Yeah. And also, yeah, I gotta be careful. Like, just like in the Sam one, there are things that'll destroy your platform, so you have to, like, be mindful of that as well.
Also, apparently, oh, whoops.
Again?
Yeah, I guess there's a pit down there.
Watch out for that bit on the floor.
Don't worry, I made sure to put a save state.
I was about to-
fight.
I was about to question why you weren't doing anything. Only other thing that I'll warn you in advance, this is the only chase/boss where Tweety doesn't appear.
Makes sense, considering this is literally the last level.
Well, that also means that he won't appear giving you extra hits.
That is also true. Shit.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention there.
Which is a weird thing to take out.
Also, a thought just occurred to me all of a sudden.
What's up?
Like, you got all those, rail guards like these, and it's like, you pass through them doing that, but I'm also thinking to myself, shouldn't that technically obstruct us anyway? Like, it would make more sense to have them up cross them while they're up, as opposed to while they're down.
Yeah. You keep running into that thing.
Yeah, I keep forgetting, I keep missing that.
No worries. But yeah, it's funny that you point that out, James, because I actually didn't know you could just, phase through them. I usually just jump over them when they're down.
Well, I mean, you know what? You learn something new every day.
Indeed.
But yeah, no, on the whole, from what I've been playing so far, it's like, if I actually took the time to actually memorize everything from top to bottom, I'm sure this would be no problem whatsoever to take care of. Again, those things are way too fucking small to notice.
Well, I mean, I think what I'm seeing is that, because they're about as big as all the other obstacles, I think what's happening is that, you just kind of, rush a little too ahead so that they just kind of, appear from out of nowhere on the screen.
Fair. It's almost like I don't want to risk myself getting run over by this damn thing.
I mean, that's fair. There you go.
Whoa, okay. But yeah, no, on the whole, it's like, I don't know, I'd still say this is a pretty okay 2D platformer. It's like, nowadays, it's like, it's definitely the very definition of box gamer, but at least it's not like, it's like they're making some use out of the license. That's not just... I'm just gonna, speed this along if you don't mind.
No worries.
The only other thing I'll say that I think is kind of stupid is the fact that you press the B button is used for jumping. That throws me off so hard, considering every other game on this system, you have to press the A button to jump.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
It's like, sometimes it doesn't pay to be a contrarian.
Yup.
I mean, from what you guys have seen, though, Logan, Becca, what do you guys think of Carrot Crazy?
I mean, it's again, this one's a little. We're doing this back to back with Pocket Bomberman. It's a little less forgiving than Pocket Bomberman because no infinite continues. You gotta use a password system, which is I mean, those are always a little bit lame. When I'm on the road, I don't have time to be writing down all these passwords like I could if I was at home on a home console.
I feel like they probably did a lot of that to combat the fact that the game is a lot more straightforward by comparison. Because let's be honest, if this did have the more generous continues and whatnot that Bomberman does, you could pretty much blow through this so much easier.
Oh, no, 100%. This would definitely be oh, here we go. Start crouching. Yep.
Also, wow, he got a lot of health.
Yep.
Wow, that was me eating his Weetabix.
Thank goodness you can duck.
Yeah.
Thank goodness he keeps missing.
There
you go. You done it. Oh.
We did it. We literally beat up everyone in the studio. And now now we have all our carrots back.
And now we got those spatulas.
You take it away, Hype.
Bugs and Lola found their carrots. Next time, Yosemite Sam, Daffy Duck, Taz, Marvin the Martian, and Elmer Fudd won't mess with carrots that aren't theirs. Bugs and Lola can take a well-earned rest away from the lights and cameras. Case solved.
Translation. They got busy.
And
thanks, Brunel.
That is the entirety of Carrot Crazy. Like I said, I'm a little bit easier on it because I do have a nostalgic attachment to it, but even that being said, I will agree that, like, if you're gonna play platformers on the Game Boy, there's no harm in really giving this a try, but it is definitely not one I would, like, recommend if you want, like, a particularly solid platformer.
Right. I mean, hell, I'll just say outright, if you want a Looney Tunes game on the Game Boy Color that I think deserves a little more, like, attention, it's definitely, like, Foul Play, because that game gets fucking nuts.
I need to check that game out. I forget if we've done that already.
We did.
We did do for a look at, like, years ago, but I honestly wouldn't mind giving that game another shot. It's just that, it just cuts right, that's it.
Good game. Go home.
That's all, folks!
I love that you can't even tell you can't even tell that says Warner Brothers. You just trust us that says Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment, the logo.
But Logan, don't you know it's WB?
WB Kids.
I'm probably one of the only people on the planet that actually remembers back when Michigan J. Frog was actually a spokesperson for that channel.
Oh no, I remember that too.
I remember Michigan J. Frog was like the unofficial like mascot of Warner Brothers for a long while. They just kind of forgot.
Well, not forgot. They purposely retired him last I checked.
Aww. Alrighty, well,
Which is a shame.
there you go. You're welcome, Hype. He did it.
We did it. That's it. We finally finished Carrot Crazy. We were able to do this in Hype's Internet's Hype's Internet's disservice.
Yeah.
And Hype's honor. And yeah, I mean, I guess it should be said, this won't be the last time we'll be covering a Looney Tunes game, because I know at some point I do still want to try doing the game adaptation of Back in Action for the channel.
That would be really fun to see, yeah.
True, yeah, the same.
That all said, we'll see y'all next time, folks.
Bye-bye.
You still here? What you doing here? Go home.